Coming up on the Daily O, after almost 30 years, an arrest has been made in a Sand Springs murder investigation.
And a new bill being pushed through the state capitol could provide relief to foster families. All of this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Daily O. I'm Reagan Downs.
And I'm Chance Annis. We're glad you're with us. Breaking news out of Sand Springs. A 62-year-old woman has been arrested in connection with a cold case murder dating back to 1997. Tulsa County authorities say Angie Cutnose has been taken into custody and is now charged with first-degree murder. The victim was 32-year-old Todd Sanseverino, who was shot and killed on July 20th, 1997 at a Sand Springs address. Investigators reopened the case as part of the Tulsa County Sheriff's Cold Case Task Force and say new information led to the arrest. Cutnose is expected to make her first court appearance soon. The investigation remains active.
State lawmakers are pushing House Bill 2030, a measure aimed at giving much-needed financial relief to foster parents. If passed, the bill would raise the daily maintenance payment for foster children by $5, lifting rates for young children from $17.72 to $22.72 a day, and similarly increasing payments for older children. The goal is to help foster families cover rising costs, everything from food and clothing to school supplies and travel, while also addressing a shortage of foster homes driven in part by inflation. Fiscal analysts estimate the change would cost about $48 million overall, with the state covering roughly $25.7 million and the rest coming from federal funds. Supporters of HB 2030 argue this investment will not only stabilize foster placements and keep siblings together, but also save money in the long run by reducing placement disruptions.
In a major immigration enforcement push, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, working under Operation Guardian, has carried out a third sting near the Oklahoma-Texas border. Roughly 60 state troopers joined the operation with ICE agents, targeting drivers who have been in the U.S. without legal status. In earlier phases of Operation Guardian, OHP made hundreds of vehicle contacts along Interstate 40, resulting in dozens of arrests, including 34 commercial truck drivers allegedly in the country illegally. Governor Stitt defended the effort, saying the state has a right to enforce laws on its roads and insisting that commercial drivers must be lawfully present and proficient in English.
In a touching act of holiday generosity, incarcerated men at 2 Oklahoma prisons are donating their earnings and raising money to help local food pantries. At the Joseph Harp Correctional Center in Lexington, inmates working in the barbershop are using their prison wages to buy canned goods and other items, which are then sent to food pantries in Purcell, Lexington, and Noble. And over at the Lexington Assessment Reception Center, men involved in a program through Oklahoma Baptist University's Divinity program raised $6,000 to support a church-operated pantry. One inmate says, "We know there are a lot of people in need. Even a few cents will add up," echoing the biblical story of the widow's offerings. Officials say these efforts show that many incarcerated individuals still care deeply about their communities and want to make a positive difference, even from behind the fence.
It was another beautiful day here in Stillwater, but what does it look like when the weather may start fading? We go now to Bridget Nye in the Weather Center with the evening forecast. Bridget?
Thanks, Chance. Hey there, Cowboys. Let's check out that forecast for today. As you can see, it was 67 degrees outside with our wind speed coming in at 4 miles per hour from the north. Taking a look at our campus, we can see we had some partly cloudy skies, but nothing that's going to be like what's coming in our 7-day forecast. Back to you guys.
All right, Bridget, when we return, a renewable energy plan is causing backlash statewide. We'll show you why.
And tips to keep you and your home safe this holiday season. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas. Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
A new energy project in Oklahoma is causing a headache for people across the state. The Daily O's very own Shay Faulkner went to speak with some of those in the path of the new power project.
Widow told us, well, they told me I didn't have a choice. I thought I had to sign, so I signed.
This is just one of many stories that Oklahoma activist group Save Our Sunsets, also known as SOS, has learned of while fighting an entity bigger than themselves, the Cimarron Link Transmission Project. Part of the Heartland Spirit Connector, the project places transmission lines and wind turbines across Oklahoma, saying it'll bring 1,900 megawatts of energy to the state, the equivalent of 2 nuclear power plants. Backed by the Department of Energy, the project is a collaboration between 2 major energy companies, Invenergy and NextEra. But the energy itself is not what this group is fighting. It's how the companies are doing it.
So, of course, we weren't too excited, and then we found out about this Niche corridor. It was a Department of Energy plan. There were 10 designated across the nation, and it would allow federal eminent domain to these companies to take the land.
Eminent domain refers to the right of the government to seize private property for public use, provided the owner receives just compensation. Darren Blanchard, a first-generation farmer, is one landowner that's fighting the issue, facing 3 lines being placed on his property.
I don't think people that have signed contracts or considering signing these contracts, I don't think they fully understand the terms. You're not just signing away a portion of your land. The company has full access to it, and that is concerning.
Marie Seeley is another Payne County resident who's been affected by this project, despite never signing a contract or receiving any notice.
This is a storm wash. If it rains, everything comes on down, and it goes into the creek right down there. That is our water.
The everything in question? Fiberglass, remnants left over from these shredded turbines, which can potentially be fatal to livestock.
The fiberglass and the development of the cattle, and also the potential to kill the cattle, is what we have been told by other people that have already been impacted by the wind blade turbine fiberglass going all over their properties in the northern states.
Although the group is hitting brick wall after brick wall, they have no intentions of stopping their fight.
So we're not going to stop just because my grandson's the 7th generation on our family home farm to plant seeds and watch things grow. It's too important.
Shay Faulkner.
As the holiday season kicks in, homeowners are being urged to stay vigilant and aware as home fires peak during December and January. Electricity and holiday decor often spark trouble. Overloaded outlets, long or indoor cords used outdoors, and linking too many light strands together are all red flags. Before you cozy up to the fireplace or fire up the space heater, check your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, inspect your fire extinguishers, and schedule a chimney check if you haven't already. And in the kitchen, with big meals, distractions, extra guests, and decorations, pay special attention. Keep pan handles turned inward. Never fry a turkey indoors or with oil overfilled. And pick stable candle placements away from flammable decor. While the holidays are meant to be enjoyed, remember to do so safely.
The sun has been shining the last few days, but that might be going away as storms roll in. Let's check in with Bridget Nye in the Weather Center. Bridget.
Hey there, Cowboys. Let's check out that radar. As we can see, we have some clouds pushing up from the southwest up to Stillwater and Tulsa. But what's really interesting is that tomorrow we're going to have some severe thunderstorms at play. As you can see, they're starting to form in our western Oklahoma, and they're going to continue to push up throughout tomorrow. With Thursday morning, we're going to see that they're going to be storming overnight, and by the time we hit Thursday morning, they're going to start pushing out to eastern Oklahoma. What to look out for, we're going to be seeing those thunderstorms tomorrow night and then push out by Thursday morning. With those storms, we're going to finally see some cooler temperatures and cloudy skies along with that. That's it for me for now. Back to you guys.
All right, Bridget, when we return, a new stance on the Epstein files from the Trump administration.
And the Department of War pulling back some National Guard elements. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it, it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
President Donald Trump is urging House Republicans to vote to release the Jeffrey Epstein case files, reversing his earlier stance. Trump insists he has nothing to hide and says lawmakers can support transparency without concern. The move comes as bipartisan pressure mounts for the public release of documents related to Epstein's criminal investigations. House leadership, including Speaker Mike Johnson, said the release aims to clear the air on high-profile associations and reassure the public. Critics, however, call it a political calculation in response to internal pressure within the Republican Party. As the House prepares to vote, all eyes are on how many Republicans will support the measure and what the documents might reveal. The outcome could have significant implications for government transparency and Trump's political standing.
The United States Department of Defense is pulling back hundreds of National Guard troops from major U.S. cities, including 200 California Guardsmen set to leave Portland, Oregon, and nearly 200 Texas Guardsmen departing Chicago. The deployment reductions come amid ongoing legal challenges over the domestic use of the National Guard. and the troops remaining will not be deployed to patrol streets. State leaders welcomed the move. Gavin Newsom of California said the initial deployment should never have happened. And Tina Gotek of Oregon called for the remaining forces to return home. With the holidays around the corner, the Pentagon says this change is a part of a border right-sizing in Portland, Los Angeles, and Chicago, though it maintains a constant, enduring, and long-term presence in those cities.
Major changes are coming to SNAP, the federal food aid program that serves nearly 42 million Americans. The new policy raises work or volunteer requirements for able-bodied adults up to age 64, and parents of children aged 14 and older will now be subject to the rule. At the same time, certain groups, including most refugees, trafficking victims, and asylum seekers, will lose eligibility for SNAP benefits. According to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, more than 3 million Americans could lose SNAP benefits over the next few years due to these changes.
Major parts of the internet were disrupted today after a wide-reaching outage at Cloudflare, the web infrastructure provider behind many popular sites. Cloudflare confirmed that its customers were experiencing widespread 500 errors, meaning internal server failures. The trouble began after what the company called a spike in unusual traffic around 11:20 UTC. Among the affected platforms are X, League of Legends, ChatGPT, Shopify, and even New Jersey Transit's digital services. Cloudflare says a fix was implemented around 9:40 a.m. EDT. And while things are improving, they're still monitoring for lingering errors.
In a major development, Donald Trump announced that his administration plans to sell F-35 stealth fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. Trump said, "I am planning on doing it," calling Saudi Arabia a great ally as he confirmed the advanced aircraft deal. That's raised red flags in Jerusalem, where Israeli officials fear that such a sale could erode Israel's strategic advantage and risk sensitive technology leaking to rival powers. Despite those concerns, Trump insisted the decision was in line with America's interests, and the jet deal is expected to be a major topic when he meets Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman at the White House.
When we return, Cowgirl basketball is jumping up in the rankings. Andrew Dunham has it in the Sports Corner right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Andrew Dunham. Let's talk some sports here in Stillwater. Starting off with Cowgirl basketball as they are ranked in the latest 18th poll, latest AP poll at 18th. The Cowgirls moved up 2 spots in the rankings, making this their highest AP poll rank this season throughout program history. The Cowgirls are on the road for the first time this season, heading all the way to New York, as the Pokes are taking on the Johnnies of St. John's for a first-time matchup tomorrow night. Well, in terms of Cowboy football, one thing is for sure. This hasn't been the season Oklahoma State has hoped for. But in the middle of a messy and rather dull season, there's been one bright spot that has refused to fade away: Parker Robertson. Our very own Zach Berger shows us how his effort never takes a week off.
What a guy, right? He'll be the CEO of something one day. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, he was a walk-on from where? Somewhere in Texas, right? What a baller.
A baller indeed. Parker Robertson, the former walk-on safety from Rockwall, Texas, has been the definition of loyal and true from day one and is now a key piece to this defense. In his 5th year as a Cowboy and in one of his last games of his college career, Robertson showed out. Against Kansas State, he tallied 8 total tackles, including a sack, tackle for loss, and an interception. For his coaches and himself, Robertson's character and drive is what brought him to this point.
Well, you know, I mean, Parker does everything you ask him to do. If he has something that he needs to improve, he improves it. He's a conscientious, he's a coachable kid, takes great pride in doing things right, and I mean, he's everything you want to, as a coach, you want to be a part of.
He's such a great kid, man. I mean, you're not going to find a better kid than that. He's just, I mean, it's hard to find things wrong with him.
Just coming into it, just giving everything that I have for the team. I mean, this could be it for my football career, so I'm just happy to be here. I mean, I got 2 weeks left, and so, I mean, I'm going to give it everything I got. I mean, I've dreamed of it since I was a 4-year-old kid, so, I mean, I'm just going to keep playing.
Robertson and the Pokes now get ready to travel to Florida to take on UCF on Saturday. Reporting from Boone Pickens Stadium, Zach Berger, The Daily O.
Cowgirl tennis interim head coach Henner Nalis has announced he is stepping down. Cowboy tennis associate head coach Sergey Avdiev is acting as interim head coach for the spring season. Avdiev is still going to work under the supervision of OSU Director of Tennis Dustin Taylor. The reason for the departure of Nalis is personal reasons. He returned to his role last season after leaving in 2019 to coach as a USTA national coach. Last season, Nalis led the Cowgirls to the NCAA Elite Eight. Well, Week 11 of the NFL season saw some serious pro-poke action where many former Cowboys led their teams to victory. Starting in Madrid, Spain, Ollie Gordon scored the lone touchdown for the Miami Dolphins in a 16-13 victory over the Washington Commanders. This marked the second rushing touchdown and third overall touchdown for Gordon this year. And nextly in Pittsburgh, should I say veteran quarterback Mason Rudolph excelled in his first opportunity for extended playing time this season, taking over for injured Aaron Rodgers. And for the Steelers, he recorded 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions in 2 quarters of action, leading the Steelers to a 34-12 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals. And last but certainly not least, certified football player Nick Martin, the 3rd-round pick for the 49ers this year, posted a career-best performance. He posted 5 solo tackles and assisted on another 2 in a 41-22 win over the Arizona Cardinals. Well, that's all we have today from an action-packed Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. Chance and Reagan tell us about a brand new alpine cabin with breathtaking views right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef.
I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
A new design is bringing a touch of modern magic to the mountains. A glass bivouac, think a tiny crystal hideaway, has been created. The structure will be shown in Milan before being airlifted to its permanent home in the Alps, just in time for the 2026 Winter Olympics. What makes it special isn't just its beauty. It's designed to blend in with the surrounding rock formations perfectly. Using 3D scans of alpine geology, the designers made it look like a part of the mountain itself. This little glass cabin isn't just for show, however. It includes energy production, storage systems, and even water harvesting technology that condenses moisture from the air. Architect Carlo Ratti says they took inspiration from crystalline structures, designing the shelter to feel like a natural part of the alpine terrain.
Today is a day to recognize the princess in every girl, no matter her age. It's National Princess Day. It traces back to the animated film The Swan Princess, which premiered on November 18, 1994. National Day Calendar officially declared the holiday in 2017 to remind us that everyone deserves a little royal treatment. So how can you celebrate? Treat someone special like a princess today. Show them kindness, generosity, maybe even a tiara, and share your moments with the hashtag National Princess Day. Because today, royalty isn't about crowns or castles, it's about heart. And speaking of heart, Chance, I think you showed a lot of it when you transformed into a princess.
Shoes, I've got the dress that makes me a princess, I guess.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. I just had to embrace my inner Sophia the First there.
You did.
Well, before we go, let's go back into the Weather Center where Bridget Nye has our 7-day forecast. Bridget, what do you think of that transformation?
Well, while I might be a pageant queen, I don't think anyone can beat being a princess than you, Chance. But let's check out that 7-day forecast. Starting out with today, we're seeing those partly cloudy skies, but as we move to Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to see those thunderstorms with our rain finishing out on Friday. With the weekend, our temperatures are going to drop to the 50s and 60s with some rain chances coming in for Monday. That's it for me. Back to you guys.
All right, Bridget, that's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Chance Annis.
And I'm Reagan Downs. Have a great night, everyone.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be